Welcome back to the Get Your Life Back online event. Today, I'm Beth Genley. I'm always Beth Genley, your host. And today, I'm happy to be interviewing Jackie Woodside. Jackie is an international speaker and author with 3 best-selling books, and we're going to be talking about 2 of them today. The first one is Calming the Chaos, Managing Your Energy Rather Than Your Time. And the second one is Money Vibe, your financial freedom formula, whether you have money or not. I'm so excited about these. So Inc. magazine selected Calming the Chaos as one of the top 10 top 10 motivational books of 2015. No surprise, because Jackie is all about inspiring passion and uniting the flame of people's unlimited potential. So Jackie, welcome to our summit. I'm really glad you're here. Tell us what calming the chaos means. It sounds so intriguing.
Yeah. It's something that we're all dealing with in the way that our world is going. I say in this program that our neurology hasn't kept up with our technology.
A great line.
So there's so much coming at us, right? This chaos of information and data and text messages and Facebook messages and checking your status and updating your status and so many activities, and kids are overbooked and we're overscheduled. So it's just chaos. People feel like they're overburdened, overstressed, too much to do. And just from my values base and kind of my philosophy about life, this is not what we were born for. The sense of, kind of constant chaos and stress and overwhelm. And, I really love life. I'm a coach and I'm a speaker, and I'm all about people understanding that they can bring their fullest self to life without being overwhelmed by life. And so I developed a method called the Calming the Chaos method to help people understand that they can actually have an experience of life where they're directing and guiding the way life is going, rather than having it kind of being pulled along down this river of chaos with so much going on. So that's the Calming the Chaos method, to help people realize their values and the truth of who they are in life without being overwhelmed. It's the path to peaceful productivity.
The path to peaceful productivity. It kind of makes my shoulders relax just hearing it.
Right? It feels good. It feels good because I'm also committed to doing things in the world and contributing a lot and offering the fullness of my ability and my capacities to the world. So I don't mean like, oh, let's just sit back and be all zen and, not get things done. No, it's like being up to something, creating results in the world while simultaneously doing so with clarity, consciousness, and peace of mind.
All right. So it sounds like you could get really busy trying to be that productive. Is there a difference between the two?
Yeah, it's one of the things I love people to understand. So, just yourself, Beth, think about how you feel when you've said to, a friend or somebody, gosh, I've just been so busy this week. How does that feel? We use that word, we use that concept, but it has an energy to it, doesn't it? So I say calming the chaos is about managing your energy, not your time. When people say, oh, I'm so busy, it has that sense of being pulled down, weighted, overwhelmed, stressed, not really moving forward. People say, man, I was so busy today, but what did I get done? Right? Now think conversely, if you've had a day or a week where you say to somebody, man, I was so productive this week. Right? And how that looks and how that feels. People love that sense of being productive. So productivity itself, I was so productive, also has an energy to it. So my definition of productivity is clearly and consistently taking ground on what's important to you and moving forward in life on your goals. So it's not just getting more stuff done. I got more stuff to get done. I got more stuff to get done. It's being clear and ordered and knowing what you value and delivering on that in life.
Taking ground. Can you unpack that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So, taking ground on things. I use that phrase to say you're clearly and consistently moving towards something. It's systematic. You're taking ground from point A to point B to point C to deliver on and complete on the goals that and deliverables and commitments that you want to be bringing forth in the world. People look at me and they're like, my God, Jackie, how do you get so much done? And it's really just a matter of applying these principles. I'm a mom, I have a young son, I'm married, I play sports, I play in some racquetball and basketball leagues. I've written 3 books in the last 6 years and developed probably 15 different training programs. And I've spoken, around the world. It's been a wonderful ride. I love what I do. People are like, oh my God, I get tired just hearing about it. But I'm not tired. I'm energized because I'm focusing on managing my energy toward being planned, productive, responsive to what I want to bring forth in life, not reactive to what life is coming at me. And that's the difference that makes all the difference. So, one of the things I teach people, stop saying I'm so busy. Just stop saying that. If you just start noticing, like, you're kind of the cause of some of your own difficulty by like, oh, I'm so busy. We use that kind of as a martyr, right? Oh, I'm so busy. I get 300 emails by lunchtime. Oh, you only get 300 emails by lunchtime. Well, I was in the office at 7 o'clock this morning and had 350 waiting for me. It's just stupid. We have this whole thing about busy means I'm important. Well, if you can let that go and recognize that that's never going to fulfill you.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I'd love to hear some more about how to change the mindset and what tools we can bring to that. I want to bring in the money piece because I know so many of us are so stressed about money that one of the biggest sources of chaos in our lives is, if the car needs a $300 repair,
right,
then we're in trouble.
Right over the edge.
Yes. Yeah. So I hope you can bring that in as you talk about mindset and tools.
Yeah, sure. I love that. You'll notice that people have a very parallel relationship with time and money.
Huh.
What I notice most often is people who are stressed out and worried and anxious about time are also stressed, worried, and anxious about money. Huh. Because you've mentioned mindset a couple of times, and it's very central to my teaching. If you're living in what I call a scarcity mindset, it tends to be pervasive about everything. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough love. I don't have enough whatever that leaves you feeling that sense of completion and wholeness in life. So you've got to start noticing what you say to yourself and to other people around you about time and about money. For example, I never say, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. Isn't that interesting? I don't have time for that. Well, the truth is, of course you have time. You have a pulse. You've got a pulse. You're still alive. You're alive. You've got time. So the question isn't not that I don't have time for that, but I say instead, I'm not going to choose to use my time that way. I'm not choosing to use my time that way. Same thing with money. Oh, I can't afford that. Well, is that true? I can't afford that, extra meal out, or I can't afford that new program I want to do, whatever. I can't afford that. Well, is that true? Or is it, I'm just not choosing to spend my money that way? So rather than this feeling that time and money are these factors that are acting on me, that are being done to me, I want to keep myself in that center of empowerment and control over my time and money. So I'm not choosing to use my time that way. I'm not choosing to spend my money that way. Now you might say, well, yeah, that's great, Jackie, but I still am too busy and I don't have any money in my bank account.
I was just going to push you on that a little bit.
I got it. This is just one simple thing but one simple thing we're talking about, but the shift in mindset from it's happening to me to I am causing it, that if you start making that change in other areas of your life, your work, your career, is your career happening to you? Well, Jackie, I just can't go quit my job, and start some business. I have bills that I have to pay. No, I got that. But can you start a side hustle? Is there something inside of you that wants to get expressed that's been in your mind for a long time, but you're too busy to fulfill on it? People use time and money to hide from their dreams far too often. Far too often. Right? I didn't have time to start this business either. I was a full-time therapist. I was a mom of my son at the time that I started my teaching and speaking career. I was 3 years old. I had a young child. I was, driving him to daycare, working full-time, doing all this stuff. I didn't have the time. I didn't have my tidy little bank account set aside that said, start a business with this. No, but I had a mindset that said, if it's going to be, it's up to me. And I've got to start just taking small, consistent actions, taking ground on what's important to me.
I'm loving all this, and I really want to push back on it a little bit if I can, because I think that our viewers in particular are people who are focused on making a difference in the world. They're ambitious, they're go-getters, they're wanting to do things, and they already are taking responsibility for their activities. And yet they have this sense that there's nothing left, that they have given until there isn't any more to give.
Yeah,
So
got it.
the part, and that's, and when you're in debt, there's another piece to that too. I can't, I choose not to spend my money that way because I don't have any money, right? So I just have debt. I have income, but not money, I guess. So what I would love to hear, and that's why I'm pushing back a little bit, is how we can apply, how we can shift our mindset and use these tools in an environment in which we already are taking some responsibility. We're already pretty ambitious about making a difference, and we're beginning to feel like there's a tsunami crashing on our head.
Yeah, got it. And it's easy to feel that way, you know. So first of all, I want to validate that. The world that we're living in, there's so much coming at you. It is absolutely easy to feel like there's a tsunami coming at you. And I'll tell you the number one thing that most people are doing that's causing that. They say yes to everything. And if you are a yes to everything, you will be a no to your peace of mind.
Oh, zing.
So, you know, yes, you can do anything. You can do anything that you put your mind to, but you can't do everything. And if you try to do everything without clearly planning how you're going to do what you want to do, you will be living in overwhelm and scarcity. So one of the things that I would suggest to people is to really get clear on what your yes and your no is, and have your yeses be aligned with the difference that you're here to make in the world, and everything else is a no. So I say no a lot, probably more than I say, and I know that we are in this whole, like, be a yes to life. Yeah, be a yes to life, which means being clear about what you're going to say no to. Because for people like us, Beth, who are entrepreneurs and we're up to something, we're energetic, we love a lot of different things, we're always going to have more opportunities. Oh, Jackie, you know, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to be on this board, you can be on this committee. It's like, yeah, I would love to do that. And let me look at my calendar. You know, I don't see where that fits in my schedule right now. I can't really choose to spend my time that way. So, you know, number one, saying no to a lot more things. If you're a yes to everything, you'll be a no to your peace of mind. And the way that I manage all that I have to do is I literally put everything in time, which means if I'm going to do it and commit to it, it goes in my schedule. So preparing for this get together, the preparation for it went in my schedule, not just the meeting face to face. Most people, when I have to be someplace, if I have to move my physical body, then it goes in my schedule. But what about the grocery shopping, the taking care of the house, the picking up the kids, the phone calls, the emails, the writing reports, the mental hard desk work, all of that, you put it in your schedule and you start seeing like, oh, this is why I'm so overwhelmed. I've said yes to way more than I can possibly do, and my life is out of control.
Right, getting yourself to the meetings and all the commute time and all that.
Commute time, it goes in my schedule.
Yeah.
Not only does my commute time go in my schedule, but what phone calls I'm going to make while I'm commuting.
And of course you hands-free.
What I'm going to, yes, hands-free, of course. And what I'm going to be thinking about, if I have longer commutes, I will actually use that time to think about and plan for activities that I have coming up. I make decisions on long commutes.
That's awesome. So those are some ways to manage your energy. If you've, I'm not sure if this is really your focus, but I wonder if you feel like the energy is gone, what are some ways to bring it back?
Yeah. So one of the ways to enhance your energy is looking at what you are doing in your life that feeds you, what relationships you have, what food you're consuming, what activities you're engaged in, and what things you have in your life that are draining you. So I have a great inventory in my book called Calming the Chaos. That's an energy buster and energy booster inventory.
Oh, beautiful.
And it's simply a checklist. You know, I go to bed on time. I nourish my body with healthy meals. I nourish my heart with great relationships. And I don't overcommit. I'm not running on adrenaline, blah, 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 blah. And then the energy busters of, you know, I'm overcommitting. I'm frazzled. I have codependent relationships. There are places in my life that I don't feel fulfilled and appreciated, right? So there's these two sets of questions and you simply check off and then it's like, oh, right? This is why I feel so drained and depleted. And then it's, that's not like 3 quick steps, but it's looking at this list and saying no to those things that are draining you. And I have some people are like, yeah, but Jackie, what if I'm married to him? I say, that's another course. So it's not necessarily that quick and easy, but can you start having conversations in important relationships where you feel drained? Can you start saying, look, this isn't feeding me any longer. Can we start working on the clutter in our house? People say, oh, my kids are such a mess. Well, can you sit down with your kids and say, hey, look, I really want you to understand this is important to me. And I'm going to ask you, can we do this differently? Like, if you have those kinds of open-hearted, vulnerable conversations, most often people will get on board and meet you. And then you start noticing you feel a little more full. Your energy is a little better. You're thinking better thoughts. You're feeling better. And things start to change.
Ooh, it sounds beautiful. Where have you found the biggest impact for people using this approach?
I'm sorry, say again?
Where have you found the biggest impact for people using this?
I hate to say this because it sounds very kind of anticlimactic and not very sexy. But honestly, it's people recognizing how much their clutter is killing them. Cluttered inboxes, cluttered houses, cluttered closets, cluttered garages, cluttered relationships. As within, so without. So when people look around their physical environment and they see a lot of clutter, a lot of times what they're dealing with is a lot of clutter in their mind. I say a disorganized mind creates a disorganized life. Mm. So starting to sort out like just your physical space, taking care of your physical space, cleaning out, giving things away, just paring down. I say it's about managing your energy, not your time. Everything has an energy to it. I've got my little coffee cup here and my phone and all these things around me. If you have too many things around you, all of that energy impacts on you and you feel more stressed. How you know this, Beth? When's the last time you did a major decluttering? How do you feel afterwards? It's like,
even just clearing off my desk so that I can see the surface of my desk, which I often can't. I go, that's better.
Now, what is that? Everyone listening to this can relate to that. What is that? And what that is you're literally creating energetic space to have more productivity, to have more peace of mind. In the book, Calming the Chaos, I cite a study that literally showed that people are less productive in cluttered environments than they are in clean, organized environments.
Wow.
It's really very powerful. So, that's one of the things that I see largely. People really confront the degree to which just clutter has taken over their lives. And then the second thing is people's productivity goes through the roof. When people really start paying attention to scheduling all of their activities and populating their schedule with what they value and care about and want to deliver, their productivity goes through the roof. Because here's what happens, Beth, right? We have all these things we want to do. So much I need to do. Oh my God, I have so much to do. And then you have 3 hours in your schedule where you don't have anything that you have to do. And you're like, oh, this is so great. I'm going to get so much done. I have so much to do. I have so much to do. And you can't think of where to begin. Mm-hmm. So people start doing their Facebook page and they do some email and they get busy, but they don't ever take action on those bigger projects that they want to work on. So what I teach people is download all those bigger projects, put it all on a big list, but then put that list in your schedule and throw the list away. Don't live with a to-do list. They'll kill your productivity. To-do lists kill your productivity. Why? They're not enhanced. They're not oriented in time. Kill your to-do list. It's not oriented in time. So then you have this big, long to-do list with this much free time to get it done in, and you walk around like, what's wrong with me? Why don't I get more done? And then you have that 3-hour big window, and you feel defeated, and your mind goes blank, and you're busy, not productive. So schedule. Plan your life and live your schedule. Enhances people's productivity like crazy.
That is a beautiful place to close. That is exciting to think of clearing out the clutter and doing only what I have time for and making sure that those things are the most valuable to me.
Yeah. I say that living this program, the Calming the Chaos program, will have you be the least stressed, most productive person that you know.
Whoa. All right then. So how can people learn more about you if they want to explore further?
Yeah, sure. So of course my website is jackiewoodside.com, and then on Facebook, Jackie Woodside Speaker, or the Vibe Tribe with Jackie Woodside, are a couple places you can find me on Facebook, and on Twitter at Jackie Woodside. And my email, just easy, Jackie@JackieWoodside. So, but my, in my new work around money, it's really the same book, time and money, and it's all about what are you bringing to it? What's your relationship to it? What's your energy now about time and about money? So my new website, moneyvibemethod.com, where you can go deep into looking at your relationship with money.
And I understand that your gift is on that Money Vibe Method website, that you have some great information for people about money there.
Yeah, I love this because I teach about time and money. And so instead, for people who don't want to read the whole 200 and something page Money Vibe book, I created what's called the Money Vibe Bullet Point book. So it doesn't have the research, it doesn't have the stories, it's just the key points of the book created into an ebook. And I'm happy to give that to everybody for free.
That rocks. All right. Thank you so much. I'm really just thrilled that we've had this conversation today. I learned some things. I'm going to clear off my desk as soon as we're done talking.
Absolutely, right? Good. I hope it makes a difference for you and for all of our listeners. That's great, Beth. It's great to be on this with you.
All right. Good. Thank you so much.
Take care.